The Ordinary Discussion Podcast.
And so I had a guy, he said, my uncle is the biggest jerk I've ever met. But he was always going to church, inviting us to church. And the guy said, and I thought, I want nothing to do with that. Because if Christianity produces this, I don't want it, right?
Yeah.
And so my first, when that one comes up, I say, so let me get this straight. You think hypocrisy is bad. And they'll go, well, yeah. Say, well, if you were to actually get in the Bible, you would see Jesus condemning hypocrisy. And I go, so you and Jesus actually have this really in common, and you have a really strong feeling towards it. So let's not let what y'all agree on push you away from him, right? Yeah. Once they agree to that, and they might say, really? Let's go there where, Jesus getting in the face of the Pharisees and et cetera, the religious people of the day. Then I'll say the second thing is Christians I've never said I'm perfect.
Yeah.
Right. And so there's this false idea from people, what I like to say on the outside looking in, from non-believers, where for some reason they think that we are supposed to be perfect. And I go, well,
part of that's our own fault.
How do you mean? What do you mean?
Well, the Christian community is holier than thou attitude a lot of times. And it's like, we're so down on everyone for making mistakes, and then we're doing the same thing behind closed doors, that type of thing. Mm-hmm. And I think, again, it goes back to our first podcast. You guys should listen about relationship. I think when people are in relationship with you, they realize, I'm broken too. Mm-hmm. It doesn't make me a hypocrite. It makes me somebody that's trying to walk out my faith. But I love the initial response that you had, which is you actually believe with Jesus on this. Mm-hmm. This isn't something that didn't disgust him either.
Right.
But and then once they can I believe that's the best first response, because then it opens the door to talk about why. Is it hypocrisy? Sure. But is it also part of our journey as believers? Right. And so, but I think once they realize that, Jesus didn't like it either.
Yeah. They're like,
now it's something we can talk about.
Yeah. Maybe I do like this Jesus guy. So let me finish kind of.
Oh, I'm sorry.
When that one comes, I'll first say you and Jesus actually have that in common, and that you don't like hypocrites. And secondly, we don't claim to be, the Bible does not claim that we're perfect. Mm-hmm. And I'll go, it basically says actually that we're all not perfect, right? That we're all sinners. We're failing forward. And so sorry if you thought I was supposed to be perfect. I'm not, and I'll never claim to be. So you have this wrong idea of who we would say we are. And I'd say, and it's not a cop-out, it's true. We're forgiven.
Yeah,
but we're not perfect, and we never claim to be. The Apostle Paul would say, "I am the greatest
chief sinner,
sinner of all." Yeah. And he writes half the New Testament. Mm-hmm. He never claimed to be great. I heard a great saying that a lot of you've probably heard, and I say it a lot. I'm like, we are not sinless, but we should sin less. Right? You see what I did right there?
That's so
sinless
smooth.
and sin. And it's so true that this process of sanctification. Hopefully, Lord willing, we come to faith. We're not perfect, but we're getting better every day.